Welcome back to my channel. I am Amanda in Zone 8A in the Dallas, Texas suburbs. Today, let's see what's going on in the garden. So I have harvested some additional potatoes, these last 2 bags, and this is what I got. I have previously harvested the other 4, which I have a video on. And I still have a couple bags that aren't yet ready. You can see the tomatillos are doing well over here. They're definitely getting some big ones. The Spanish peanuts over in these 2 containers not doing great, but the ones in the grow bags are growing a little bit. Finally, the tomatoes, I did prune a little bit, but there's still a lot of brown leaves on here. It is getting really hot for the tomatoes at the moment. The zinnias are absolutely gorgeous. I just love these blooms on these flowers. They're so pretty. And like this one, I love how it's so full. Beautiful colors. Love these flowers. My flowers over here on the patio are doing well, including the begonias. And down in the other corner, I do have my flower bed over here, which is doing okay. Could be doing better. My corn in this garden bed is doing okay. I do have quite a few ears. I haven't been poking the tassels through because I think I've been breaking them. So hopefully they will pollinate. I'm not sure about that, but we will see. These flower arrangements definitely have seen better days. I have a couple of good looking flowers, but the rest not doing so great. So earlier today, there was a cicada in here, and every time I would walk by, it would hiss at me or make the cicada horrible sound. So I'm really glad that he made his way out of the garden enclosure. The blackberries still have lots of blooms. I have not seen any new blackberries on here. My cantaloupes are sprouted and started, and then the mystery vine that I had aphids on is doing okay. My 2 watermelons that I have transplanted are growing quite well. Even the one that looked like it was burned up bounced back, so that's good to see. Banana plant's still doing amazing over here. Look at the size of this trunk. Like, I can't even wrap my hand all the way around it. Oh no. It sprung a leak. I didn't squeeze that hard. It's probably just water captured in there from when I watered this morning. And you can see I haven't taken the tops off my basil for a while. I haven't been feeling well, so some of the garden chores haven't been getting done recently, but I'm feeling better now. So I've come to the realization that I am deathly afraid of bugs, which being in the garden is a little bit weird. So I was pruning the tomatoes earlier, and I saw this giant grasshopper. Giant. I should have taken a picture of him. He was giant. And it made me not want to prune the tomatoes anymore because I was afraid of him. And then I saw a spider, which I took a picture of that one, so I'll insert a picture if I can. And then I was terrified the spider was in my hair or on me the entire time I was by the tomatoes. So I don't know. We'll see how this works out. So I have a ton of melons. And look how big these are getting. It is growing so big. I have another one here, and I have one down here, and then look at this melon up here. This is quite large. I have lots of melons up here. I have a melon over here. More than I need to put in a hammock. Another kajari right there. Another melon over here. I have a ton of melons growing. And I still have a ton of Armenian yardlings, and I need to harvest this one probably, lots of these. Look at this, lots of bugs on this vine. I don't know, these bugs, they're everywhere. Lots of Armenian yardlings. The strawberries, I am getting some flowers and some buds, and I'm starting to get little strawberries on some of these, so that makes me happy. I did finally get in my strawberries that I had ordered way back early this year. Finally came in, I planted them, And I tried to record a video on that, but it didn't record, so sorry, I don't have the planting of the strawberries. The pepper plants, I do have a pepper over here, and the tomatillos, of course, are just doing quite well. I'm actually surprised how well they're doing in the green stalk over here. Oh, look at all these tomatillos. Ooh, and there's a bug. So my green stalk with the herbs is doing okay, as well as can be expected. There's lots of things that have gone to flower, like this mint over here. My strawberries over here are producing a few strawberries. I pick off a couple almost every morning while I'm watering. And I've noticed that my bunching onions down at the bottom, I have some that are looking pretty big, pretty good. I'm actually surprised. Some are still skinny and small, but others are looking pretty big. I do have a watermelon. This is the strawberry watermelon plant over here. And I do have a little bit of a watermelon. So that's exciting. The aloe and the flowers doing okay over here. The grapes looking beautiful, just haven't produced more grapes. I did harvest the grapes that I did have on this vine, but I have not seen any other grapes start. So that's unfortunate. Maybe next year, maybe later in the season, hopefully in the fall. I have no idea. Here's a couple of bags of potatoes. I do have the rainbow bell pepper plant over here, and the early sensation plant, the jalapeno plant, which my jalapeno is getting close to harvesting. It's only about maybe 1.5 inches or so. I'm gonna, hopefully it'll get bigger. I have a couple of tomato plants, and then my watermelons. So these watermelons are growing quite fast. I do have the sugar baby bush, and I have a little watermelon on this one right here. And then this other mystery watermelon, I don't know which one it was, but I do have a watermelon there, which I will be supporting if it makes it. I don't know why the leaves of these watermelon plants are like brown and crispy. I have no idea what's going on with that. And check out this Mamma Mia Rosa pepper plant. Oh my goodness, it has so many peppers on it. Lots of them. And these you harvest when they're red, and they taste like a sweet bell pepper. This is my habanada. And let's see, I only see one on this plant, and it's down here. I don't know how big it's supposed to get. Is that as big as it gets? Let me know if you know. My Notapino pepper isn't really producing anymore. I already harvested a ton off of it, but no more so far. The red on red, this is the one, this plant just makes me laugh because the peppers grow on top of the stems and makes it look like little hats. So I think this red one is probably getting close to harvesting. And then of course my shishito pepper has lots on it I need to harvest. I probably have some that are overripe on there. My spaghetti squash is growing. Oh, there's a bug on it. Oh. What is that a stink bug? That looks like a stink bug. I think he's a bad guy. Yeah. I really don't like bugs. Yeah, so there's the spider. My finger, let's see, right there. So I am deathly afraid of spiders. My son got bitten by some spiders at school, or maybe at a football game this past year, and he was in the hospital for a couple days, and I am now a lot more cautious around spiders, so hopefully I do not get bitten by any spiders or that one. I try to leave them alone because I know they're beneficial in the garden, but man, I am so afraid of them. And as I mentioned, I did prune a lot of the tomatoes. I didn't get all the brown leaves off, but I did chop off a lot of the brown leaves. The San Marzano has lots of tomatoes on it up here, so I'm curious to see if these are going to do well. There's no black spots on the bottom, so maybe it'll do better than this one down here that has this blossom end rot on it, and lots of tomatoes over here on it. So I'll be curious to see how this one does. I did finally pull out the brandywine that I had. I do have, I think this is the Rio Grande. I have a couple tomatoes on. So I don't have a ton of tomatoes left, but pretty much these are going to be coming out probably the end of July, and I'm going to be transplanting my seedlings that I have indoors. So I'm just really waiting for these to ripen up so then I can take out the plants and transplant. The apple tree, sadly, is looking really brown. Hopefully it bounces back after the transplant. I know this heat is horrible on it, so fingers crossed it makes it. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell to get notified when I post new videos.